Division of Indian Work is really a resource hub from birth, babies, to youth, adolescent, to adult, and to elders. So there's lots of different programs here that are available to help community. Where I work is really focused on the maternal child health side of things, so working with women and families. There's a lot of great programs. Nobody wakes up wanting to be in a domestic violence situation or be in addiction. Just working with families and these things are coming up. Buju, Wingwashkikwe Indigo, Ajijukin Dure, Mekanakwajuwing and Dunjaba, Valentina Indigenous Cause. My English name is Valentina. The names that the spirits know me as is Sweetgrass Lady, and I'm from Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa.
The Family Violence Prevention Program is a program that offers services to people who are impacted by domestic violence and who are experiencing domestic violence. My name is Layla Cloud. I grew up on the Red Lake Reservation. Currently, I'm a counselor and educator in the Family Violence Prevention Program.
My name is Betsy Brewer, and my role at DASC, which is the Domestic Abuse Service Center, is I'm a domestic abuse advocate. I also represent the Native American community as well, and I work for the Division of Indian Work. Entering an institution can be very hard for anybody, especially for the Native culture.
The impacts of intergenerational trauma that manifests into a way that we don't feel lovable.
Oftentimes when people go to receive services, they can sometimes feel very clinical and systemic, whereas here at the Division of Indian Work, it just feels like you're talking to a friend that you've known for a while. We try to give people the opportunity to connect to their identity and connect back to the culture. One of the coolest moments that I've had in watching people change when they're in the program or receiving services here, when they first come in, they're very closed off. After some time, they start to open up and they then become the leaders of the group. It really shows how we're able to create a sense of safety, a safe environment, a safe space for people to engage in their healing journey.
You know, I think I can find joy every day just seeing Mom's transition, where she was at to where she becomes, and then seeing the babies grow.
The lovely thing about being at DASC as a community advocate with Division of Indian Work is that I can hopefully provide that safe place for them and let them know that this is why we are here, is to support them in this entity so that they can feel safe and supported with Hennepin County, that's who I work for, and for Division of Indian Work, who I also work for, that we can all come together to collaborate to make them feel safe and want them to come in to get the support that they need so they are in a safe space.
Some people feel alone in their journeys, whereas when I'm connecting with them, I think it shows them that it's not just their own weight to carry.
I invite you to watch the video about DASC so that you have a greater understanding of all the services that we can serve, help you with, and encompass all that we need with DASC and the Native community.
I think at the heart of domestic violence is really power and control. A lot of folks, when they hear the term domestic violence or domestic abuse, they think of, that's physical abuse or that's sexual abuse. And while all of those things are true, really at the heart is the use of power and control. And I think that that's what makes it so complex, because there's so many different tactics that can be used to exert power and control over a person. Some of those tactics are very apparent, some are subtle, and some of those tactics of abuse are so specific to that particular relationship that other people are not familiar with or do not recognize. Domestic violence can happen for a number of different reasons, through generations, education, lack of support, or lack of resources. There are a lot of barriers when it comes to leaving an abusive relationship. That could be children, housing, finances, fear, immigration concerns. Leaving an abusive relationship is and can be the most lethal time for a victim of domestic violence. And on average, statistically, it can take a victim survivor to leave an abusive relationship 7 to 8 times. For a lot of victim survivors of domestic violence, they don't want the relationship to stop. What they want is the violence to stop. DASC stands for the Domestic Abuse Service Center, and we are part of the Victim Witness Services Division here in the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. DASC serves as a place for victims of domestic violence to receive multiple services in one centralized location. We have several partners on site. We partner with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Department, Hennepin County Probation, District Court, Central Minnesota Legal Services to provide pro bono and legal representation and consultation. To access our services, individuals can pick up the phone and speak with one of our front desk staff and sign up for a phone appointment with an advocate. They can also come downtown here, walk into our center. When an individual gets connected to an advocate, the advocate will sit down with the individual, assess what their needs are, what services that we can do to support. The primary services that we offer at DASC is assistance with filing order for protections, court advocacy assistance, safety planning, crisis support, and resource referrals as well. Victim safety, individual safety is community safety as well. We go back and look at the offender's history, the traumas that they may have experienced in the community or in the household. By intervening and increasing support and resources, can we stop the cycle of violence? We are equal access. We do serve both parties, both petitioners who are filing order for protections, as well as folks who have been served with an order for protection against them. When it comes to this work, collaboration is key. It cannot be done alone. We do have advocates that speak the following languages: English, Somali, Spanish, Hmong, Nepali, Hindi, Newari, Tamil, Telugu, and Sanskrit. We are going to meet you as if you are the only case that we have had for the entire week. Our role is to support you when you are ready.